know, but this is the time we in. Great deception. Go ahead,
Development reflects a broader human. It's like a broader human will know will to order that, when taken to the extreme, can threaten individual freedom.
There you go. That's what it's about. That digital enslavement, man. Any more?
The core philosophical debate centers on whether such technology enhances human potential or risks undermining human essence and free will.
That's it. Hey, it's down to the wire, as I talked about, man. Let me get this real quick. Psalms 10, right? Psalms 10 and 1 says, "Why standest thou afar off, O Lord, and Abishai? Why hidest thyself in the times of trouble?" Verse 2, "The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor." The poor is the Israelites. "The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken with the devices that they have imagined." Right? So this is what he's coming with, man. He's coming with a full-blown, digital enslavement, digital oppression, man. Right? Where the times we're coming into, they're gonna get rid of the Constitution. They're gonna get rid of your so-called, your rights. Right? He's coming with he's coming with, look, if you want to participate in society, you gotta take that trip. That's the only way you're gonna buy and sell. Right? It says, so that's part of the wicked devices that he's imagined, right? It says, they even got, I saw this the other day too, they even have, they're trying to incorporate AI into the judicial system. So now AI is going to make judicial decisions, man. You see what I'm saying? This is where we at.
Gideon,
yep.
We're going to be using that like the, what was it, Minority Report.
Yep.
Right? So that, like you said, tying all these things, yeah, the pre-crime. Yep. Tying all these things together is ultimately to accuse. Right?
That's it. You're not going to have no rights. You're not going to have no ownership. Because that's the latest thing. You beyond all of that, they at least plan on stripping everybody from everything, man. You will owe nothing to be happy. This is what we're coming into, man. So this all ties into those wicked devices which he's imagined, right? Verse 3, it says, "For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire." What's his heart's desire? The New World Order. To chip the world, man. To have the AI as the ruling entity over the planet Earth, right? It says, "For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorred." Did you have somebody you want to read?
It's Micah chapter 2 and verse 10.
Yep.
"Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction."
Right.
Right. So what we're seeing right now is a system that was designed to follow it exactly the way that's going. That's made for you to be able to reach the top, to the upper echelon. Right. That's why they're giving you access to things at unprecedented rates, as far as money or different resources, because they know they're about to collapse everything that it was built on.
Exactly. And this AI is replacing music. It's replacing movies. It's replacing jobs. See that? That's that technocratic society that we're all that we're shifting towards, man. We're in the midst of it now. Right? You had any more?
It's Psalm 10 and verse 8. "He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are perfectly set against the poor."
Right.
Right. So this is his secret. This is enterprise that he's doing in the dark, and it's the ultimate fruition is getting this market of beast is not over. Right. So this is what he's doing behind closed doors to take out your Israelites, man. And truthfully, he's trying to take out anybody he sees that's below himself. Man. So these other low-level Edomites are going to be victimized as well. Right.
All forms of resistance. All right, we eliminate these. All right, what you got? Okay, this is and I'll have you read a little bit more. This is Isaiah 32, and this is Isaiah 32 and verse 6. It says, "For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity." Right, this is what he's doing. That's the idea, to merge man with machines, to create a new human race. You know, all of this madness, man. How he's altering, you know, DNA. He pushed the vax, right? The jab. Look what happened with that. You see what I'm saying? And the next thing is going to be the chip. So this man is a detriment to human life, man, to life itself. You know, he says, in his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, into utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he would cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. Verse 7.
If I can add to that, because this technology could be used for good if we chose to use it for that.
Right.
We know that this devil is trying to make himself God on the earth, so he's not going to do that. All right, he's going to use this for wickedness, because like Paul said, the main reason why he's doing all this is to come against the men of the Lord. All right, because this AI, this technology that he's bringing, that's his godhood. All right. His whole power stems upon this left-hand technology that he's presenting as the new wonders of the world, but ultimately, it's, you know, it's witchcraft. Right.
Back in Isaiah 32 and 7, when it reads, it says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. Oh yeah, that's spirit. Yeah. Isaiah 32 and 7, the instruments of the churl are evil. Right, that word churl, I believe it goes back to deceitful, right? Deceitful, childish, if I'm not mistaken, man. You know?
That word, churl, in H3596,
right?
It says scoundrel.
The nigga's a scoundrel, man. Yep. Like Elder Yasharam said, he called him Dennis the Menace. He said Dennis the Menace is ruling the earth.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
So when you look
goddamn Stewie.
that's a good one.
Straight up. That's him.
Yeah. When you look up that word, the root word G30, it's like H3557.
Yep.
It's that cool. It says to seize, to contain, to measure, to calculate, sustain, maintain.
Yep.
And that's what he's doing.
Yep.
To pretty much gather the whole world unto himself. Because with this technology, he's going to have full reign over everybody in the world. So it's like he's pretty much making a digital prison.
Yep.
Where he's going to have eyes, ears, all knowledge of everything.
Yep.
All right? And you're not going to be able to escape that. That's why in Revelation 13 and 15 it tells you that if you don't take the mark, you're going to be killed. Because you're going to be cut off from the world.
Yep. And through that left hand, he has the ability to categorize everybody. Bro.
Yeah.
That's godlike power, man.
And the thing about it is, you don't even have to say that. Like you made mention of the Sora, he now has the ability through the deep fake to make you do something that you didn't do. So, without the Spirit of the Lord, you know, protect you.
That's it. You gotta be equipped, and that's why you gotta be equipped with the whole armor in this time, man. I'll finish it out. Isaiah 32 and 7, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor. All right? So I'll read it again, Salakia. Isaiah 32 and 7, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor. So everything he's doing is essentially to get rid of Israel, man.
That's it.
Okay? To ensnare you tribes, man. That's the main objective here. It says to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh upright, man. So this is all part of the plan, man. So the Lord set us up to give you the warnings from him, man. Again, it's a blessing to have the vision, man. Because many people are going to be victims in that day, man. It's going to be mass casualties, right? Because you didn't have the spirit to see, man. Right? You didn't adhere to the word. Right? So if there's any more there, just want to take out of there, just wrap it, right? You know what I'm saying? But that's the point, man. You know, hey, we 2 months away, a month and a half away of the so-called New Year, right? And like we said last camp, look what happened when the New Year came in last year, right? Right off the rip, right? So we bound for some major shit to go down. You got it, brother.
In the article reads, the rapid advancement of brain-computer interface technology is pushing humanity toward an unprecedented ethical and philosophical precipice spearheaded by Elon Musk's company Neuralink.
There you go. As I said earlier, Elon Musk, as it said, what was the title of that word? Frontier? What did it say? Read that title for me again?
Neuralink and the ethical frontier of merging mind and machine.
There you go. Neuralink and the ethical frontier. So again, Elon he's going to be in the forefront of this chip being ushered in. You know? You got it.
See what all it reads. Which has now implanted coin-sized device in multiple human patients. The field promises to restore mobility to the paralyzed and sight to the blind.
There you go.
Yet the same technology raises profound concerns about privacy, autonomy,
That's it.
and the nature of human freedom.
There is no more autonomy. There is no more privacy, man. That's the world we headed to, man. Through this technology, he gonna know everything about you inside out, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's called, what's the word? Biometrics, man. In and out, man. He gonna know what you're thinking, right? He gonna know everything, man. That's him playing the Most High on the left hand side.
And he's conditioning you to get ready for that, because the technology that people are using now, like for example, we got the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch, it can measure your heart rate. It can measure your brain waves going into the alpha waves, beta waves, theta waves, and all that. All right. Pretty much, he can pretty much show you how your inside is working already. So to counteract that to where it's less of a hassle, it's gonna come with the next phase, gradually introducing that chip to put inside you, to where you no longer have to worry about carrying a device on you. So you don't have to worry about having an Apple Watch in your wrist, because the chip's gonna be in your hand. All right, you ain't gonna have to worry about carrying your ID and all that stuff, because your phone is gonna be in your hand. That's why you're seeing the talks of Gates of Hell declaring the end of the smartphone. All right, that came out a few times within the past month or so. They're talking about getting rid of the smartphone, because the next stage is the chip. Everything is going to the chip.
RFK, we got the Make America Biotech Accelerator. Yeah. So they're trying to accelerate America's ability to put biotechnology into all of its citizens.
All the gradualism, right? Hey, because they can't just come straight forward with it. They got to give it to you by microdoses,
Yeah, gradualism. And that's been his MO from the jump. All right? Because like you said, you got to spoon feed the people, because we're at a point where Daniel was talking about how knowledge has increased. So people are aware of what he's bringing. That's why you're seeing more people talking about the mark of the beast. I did a video last week known as the Jake. He was like, stop playing with me. The woman from Sweden came up, told him that she got a chip in her, man. You don't get it too. He was like, ain't get no chip. But it's easy to say that now, because everything is hunky-dory. But when you ain't got no job, when you ain't got no shelter, you ain't got no way to pay your bills, and they offer you a chip, you gonna take it.
Hey, the prime example, during the dinner, them niggas over there in Switzerland, they didn't have no lockdown, because everybody had the shit.
Exactly.
You see? So that was just a stepping stone of what's getting ready to happen here, man.
Yeah.
It's 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 10 in the NLT. I'll start verse 9. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. Right? And as we read, those miracles being giving sight to the blind. Right? We're allowing people to be able to walk again that were paralyzed. Right? He's trying to reenact the miracles of the scriptures, man. Right? To put himself as a Godhead. It says he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them.
Right, and how they're doing that is by replacing your way of thinking with science, or what they claim is science, because this science that we see today is not real science. It's witchcraft, all right? Because as we constantly go into science, different philosophy thinkers, they use the Bible to substantiate their thinking. These devils, these scientists today, they're nothing more than your modern day witches and warlocks.
Oh, you got some, go ahead.
This is First Timothy chapter 6, verse 20. It says, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust." And what is committed to our trust? The doctrine. All right, the truth, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding we have been given. All right, full of heart from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It says, "Avoid profane and vain babbling and oppositions of science falsely so-called." Because this pseudoscience is going to fool a lot of these people out here. Because, like the brother May mentioned, when they're giving you these fake miracles, all right, of people being able to walk, all right, being able to hear. Like, there's a dude at my job right now. He has the hearing aid that they implant in your head. So he's able to speak, and you can tell, you know, that he's not used to doing that because his voice sounds computerized.
Oh, shit.
But that shit's like, you can't take it out. Like, it's in his head, you know?
So he sounds like the dude in the wheelchair that died.
He sounds a little bit better than that.
Okay.
So it's more modernized. But
Right.
like, the shit is helping his vocal cords. You can tell his vocal cords is still...
So it's a miracle,
Yeah.
basically, you know?
So that's so-called science that they're using. That's going to fool these people into thinking that that's the miracle. He's God now.
Shit.
You know?
You know? Look, hey, like you said, look what the AI is doing. The AI, from the time it came out, right? And people started tapping in, look where it's at now.
Yeah, good example. That, the progression videos that have the Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah,
when they first did it, till now, huge difference. To the point where that shit look real.
Yeah.
You know?
And they're saying, and it came out that China, they're on a whole nother level with the AI. They actually surpassed America. So we're in the midst of an AI race right now, man. And that is pretty much, as we talked about, the AI is going to be the end of humanity, as we know it.
So I bring out Skynet.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, Eagle Eye, these different movies.
All that.
What happened? The AI ended up becoming sentient, and it pretty much became too smart for man. And what happened? Man tried to shut it down. They counteract it by shooting it loose.
Yep.
You know, so the Lord might have an event like that take place.
But they're already going to use it to make decisions.
Exactly.
You know, so it's over.
Hey, and there was an AI video that came out where the AI said that humans messed up when they allowed technology to do thinking for them.
There you go.
So we're right here. If I get you to get on TV.
Yeah.
It says, Timothy, guard what the Most High has entrusted to you. Avoid godless, foolish discussions with those who oppose you with their so-called knowledge. That's why we're a threat to this world. Because we give you the truth from the Bible, which is the true knowledge of how, you know, mankind is supposed to think like. But because of this world and the thinkings of Esau Edom, people look at what we're saying is wrong and what we're saying is evil. When you read the avoid brainwashed portion.
I got something real quick. Isaiah 44:25, it says that frustrateth the tokens of the liars and maketh the diviners mad, that turneth wise men backwards and maketh the knowledge foolish, right? And this is essentially what the truth is doing, man.
Right.
It's exposing this man's whole enterprise, man.
Right.
As being complete wickedness, man. You know? That's why, as he thinks in his mind, that's why they're pressed on time. Yep. They think they're really going to pull this off. You know?
And it's beautiful because we're doing that by just words.
That's it.
So imagine when the Lord put the power on him. And a great example is what Moses was doing to Pharaoh and his magician.
Yep.
When Janus and Jambres had their magic, and they were showing like, yo, we can do what you do.
Yep.
And every time they do something, Moses through the Spirit will talk.
Yep.
And so that's essentially what's going to happen. The Lord gives the Lord that spiritual power.
Oh, yeah.
So that word tokens, it's Strong's H226. It reads a sign, a signal, jumping down. It says a miraculous sign, an omen, a warning, a standard, a miracle, right? So this word is frustrating Esau's so-called miracles, right? It's proving them to be falsehoods, right? So every time they try to put a different event in place or a different form of miraculous discovery, the truth is always there to cut it down. Right?
Strongholds always be broken. Right? This is why they got it. We at the point. This is why they got to ban the Bible. They got to get the prophets off the street. They got to ship the videos down, man, because it's bringing that frustration to his enterprise, man. You know, the transition that they're trying to implement is not a smooth transition. You know, because this truth, people's eyes are being opened. You know, the word is going out constantly. You know, so it's a problem for him. Yep.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 19.
Yep.
For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise,
Yep.
and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent.
Yep.
Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world?
Yeah, look what this man is doing. I saw a video on the gram. Over in Israel, there was some Amalekite. He was with not a Jew. And he was showing them how they're able to clone all this different type of meat, and it's being sold in U.S. markets, right? Then I saw another one. It was going into what's my man Tucker Carlson that came across the apostles, right? He had like a little interview podcast, and he was going into the chemtrails, man. You see what I'm saying? There's so much shit coming out, man. So that's how you know, hey, this shit is about to belly up in due time, man. Right? But everything that he deems as wise is foolish, man. You know, none of that shit benefits humanity, man. This is why this man has to go.
That's why the scriptures say that the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. You know? So like you said, everything Esau's doing is not benefiting the world.
It's corruption.
It's killing it. You know? It says, for after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased Yahweh Shem Yahushua by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
Hey, what we're doing is foolish to the eyes of an unbeliever or a carnal man, but this is the most powerful thing that's going out.
Right. And it's beautiful because we live in the time of great incongruity.
Yeah, sure.
You know, the unbelief that's in the world right now is so heavy to where, like you said, the point of AI, you know, people into all these different belief systems. It's an attack on your faith. All right, all you believers out here. All right, this is literally Esau, the spiritual demon Satan, trying to make you, fall at the truth. Because it's going to get to the point where, like the scripture said, they shall try to deceive the very elect.
That's it.
You know, Project Bluebeam.
Yep.
You know, they're talking about that. I seen something. I didn't get a chance to look at it. They were talking about the 3-eye atlas, like crash and shit like that.
Well, I ain't heard about that.
There was something along the line. Something happened to it.
Yeah, there's so much shit going on, man. But you got to be locked into the spirit.
Right. It says, for the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. But we preach Hamashiach crucified unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greeks foolishness. But the point being that the wisdom in this world is being confounded by the word.
That's it. Big time. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So Psalm 37, and starting at verse 9.
There you go.
For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth.
That's it, man. And see, the evildoers, the wicked, the elite, they're getting ready to be cut off. They know that, man. The devils also believe in tremble, man.
Right.
So they know that their time is up. As I said, they're pressed for time. They got to rapidly bring this stuff to pass. But as they do so, it's just going to forward their end even faster. Right? Read that again, Op.
Psalm 37 and 9. For evildoers shall be cut off,
That's right.
but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth.
Hey, those that wait upon the Lord, they should inherit the earth. Hey, Esau's the end of the world. Jacob's the beginning of that following, man. All right, we just got to remain patient, man, and continue to pray to the Lord, man. All right, because things are coming to pass exactly as it's written, man. Right? Remember, Isaiah 34:16. None of these shall fail. Right? It's happened exactly how it's written, man. Go ahead.
For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be, shall not be.
Yeah, yet a little while, the wicked shall not be. Right? This is the end of the house of the wicked, man. Go ahead.
For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, though thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be.
That's it. He shall have no remembrance in the streets.
Yeah.
This is the end of the terror of the Edomite, man.
Yeah.
This is it.
That's why you got to keep the faith, man. Because like the scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Because we see that this man's end is rapidly approaching. The further and further he puts himself on that pedestal to be the Most High, all right, the quicker his falls going to be, man. So we're waiting for that point to where he mandates validates that chip, which is him declaring that I'm God over the whole world. And from there, like I said, I beheld Satan falling like lightning.
Yeah.
And his fall's gonna be quick, man.
Yeah, the Lord said, I raised up Pharaoh to show my power.
Right.
You know?
So he's gonna lose, man. Even though to us right now in the flesh, when you look at this situation, the carnal view, this man like he's about to win big.
Exactly.
But it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Hey, isn't it like that in every movie? Right? The antagonist, it's like he has the upper hand. It seems like he ain't gonna be stopped, and all of a sudden he falls.
Like the Matrix.
Yep.
You know, when you thought Agent Smith killed Neo,
Yep.
everybody was like all sad and shit, and then Neo woke up and it was like he was the one.
He was the one.
And that's how Lord's going through the elect,
And
man.
the power.
Yeah.
So Job 18 and verse 17. His remembrance shall perish from the earth,
Yep.
and he shall have no name in the street.
Yep.
He shall be driven from light unto darkness, and chased out of the world.
Yep.
He shall neither.
Because right now, his so-called wisdom, because they regard themselves as the so-called Illuminati, the elites and shit, that light, that so-called light that they have is getting ready to be put out. All right, Job 18 goes into that, right? Oh yeah, you in Job 18 now,
Yeah.
right? But that's what's going on, man. You know, this darkness is getting ready to be uprooted out of the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 19, Job 18 and 19. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwelling.
That's his lineage. All right? The Lord is going to, Psalm 21, he said he was going to remove their fruit from the face of the earth, man. Your bloodline. Obadiah, the house of the wicked, should be put up in flames, roughly paraphrasing, you know?
It also says that if his children be multiplied, it's for the sword.
There you go.
Because Esau's whole sole purpose on this earth was to be dealt the ass to Israel. All right. So after the day of judgment takes place, then your next role is going to go from being the oppressor to being the oppressed, because you're going to have to serve out your punishment for all the wickedness that you've done on the earth, essentially to the children of Israel. So the next 1,000 years are going to be dealt the ass to you. You put the kingdom of heaven up, and then once those 1,000 years are up, now your services are no longer needed. You're going to put your exit out the earth.
Wonderful story.
Job 18 and 20. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted.
Yeah. Imagine, just like the Apostle John saw, right? In the book of Revelation, right? He saw the destruction of Babylon. Alas, that great city, you know, in 1 hour, it's coming judgment, right? It's going to be seen all over the earth. You know, the destruction of America is going to be televised, man. You know, it's going to be known around the world, man. That's why I said that they should be astonished at this day. It's going to be an astonishment to see this place fall, man.
It's like, what's the verse talk about? We're not going to talk about the exit out of Egypt more.
Yeah, Jeremiah 16, 14.
You get that real quick? Because think about it like that back then. The astonishment of when we got brought out of Egypt,
Yeah.
all the nations were afraid. It was like, yo, remember what the God of the Hebrews did to the Egyptians?
Yeah, Rahab, what she said.
Right,
yeah.
right. It's gonna be the same thing when we get taken out of this Egypt.
Yeah, because this on this side, America is considered a great kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, so when it falls, it's gonna be epic, man. It's gonna be unheard of.
It's gonna be talked about for years. All the nations are gonna have the same account of Babylon destruction.
Yep.
You know?
Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth,
Yep.
that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Land of the North, here, North America, Babylon the Great,
Yep.
all right, aka spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Nineveh, spiritual Syria, all the captivities that Israel, this place embodies all that.
Yep.
So when the Lord brings that great judgment upon this place, man, nobody's going to talk about how the Israelites left Egypt. They're going to talk about how the Lord fucked this place up.
Exactly.
He quoted Romans 9 earlier. All right, the Lord said he raised Pharaoh up to show his power. So the nations are going to fear when they see the children of Israel in the kingdom, like, yo, their God, yeah, he fucked them Edomites up. You know?
Syrian invasion, nuclear missiles, like
And the Lord with spiritual power, Yahushua himself coming down on that great ship, shooting laser beams on this shit, man.
Render unto her double.
Right.
You know?
It says, but the Lord Yahweh liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of from the land of the north, excuse me,
Right?
and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
Right. But that great deliverance is what we talked about as well. All right, seeing the elect being brought up in those ships from all four corners of the earth.
Yep.
All right, brothers that was teaching in London, all right, Jamaica, Ghana, Holland, Italy, all over it. Everybody's going to see them go up in those ships.
That's it.
And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Right. And Israel's going to have to be cleansed. They're going to get hit with nukes too. All right, and then that land, all right, which is going to be restored as the Holy Land again, is going to be the headquarters for the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, you got something going on.
This is Proverbs chapter 24, verse 20. For there shall be no reward to the evil man, the candle of the wicked shall be put out. Because that reward that Esau is thinking he's going to receive is an eternal rulership through his technology. All right, him having the whole world as a digital slave under his MOTV system. Well, that's a pipe dream, man. That's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, he thinks he's going to get rid of the Israelites
That's it.
and take back the birthright.
Right.
You know?
There's no reward for the wicked. All right? And so with you and your vain thought, this so-called wisdom that you have come up with, this great plan that you devised, all right, it's going to turn upon its head. All right?
Like brothers were speaking about shit. The fact that he's actually in his heart of hearts stating that he's going to be able to accomplish a pseudo kingdom that's going to be able to last forever by putting people inside of computers and shit.
Right.
Like this devil, his MO is so fucked up in his head with his pursuit of trying to establish the pseudo kingdom.
Because you got to think about the depths of what he's trying to do. For him to sit and think that he's going to get rid of the children of Israel off the earth is essentially him telling the Most High, I'm removing your presence off the earth.
But the Lord said that if that would have happened, like the Lord gives the description of if he's able to the depth of the sea, right? Then he will cut off the children of Israel. That's to say you can't do that. It's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
So he's fighting to lose, really. We fighting to win.
Rage.
You are not gonna lose.
Can I get one real quick? Psalm 68 and verse 16. Start at 15.
If I can grab it while you look at
Yep.
this, how he shows you that's not an attainable dream.
Yep.
All right, this is Psalm chapter 135 and 13. It says, actually, I'm gonna get to Psalms 119 and 160. Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments endure forever. And one of the righteous judgments that the Lord is going to bring into earth is giving the children of Israel, all right, that payback against our enemies. And it's going to start with us having the kingdom of heaven and putting all you nations in subjection.
Right.
It says, Psalms 135 and 13, off the point I made about how you're not going to remove the presence of the Lord off the earth. It says, thy name, O Lord, endureth forever, and thy memorial, O Lord, throughout all generations. And what's the Lord's memorial? So you're never going to be able to remove the children of Israel from the earth, because we are the physical memorial of the Lord. That's why another name for Israel is Zion, which means monument.
And it's like that, the last John Wick movie, where he was pretty much saying, I don't want to just kill John Wick. I want to kill the thought of John Wick. I don't want him to come into remembrance ever again.
Legacy.
Right.
And it says, don't you say his inward thoughts are deep, you know?
So Psalm 68, verse 15. The hill of the Most High is as the hill of Bashan, and high hill as the hill of Bashan. Why leap ye high hills?
Why leap ye high hills? We know the hills represent major governments, man. All right? Mountains and the hills, major governments and whatnot, right? So read that again.
Why leap ye high hills?
Yep.
This is the hill which the Most High desireth to dwell in.
This is the hill, his people, Jerusalem. All right? This is the hill the Most High dwells in, man. You're not getting rid of that. So why leap ye high hills? These other nations are setting themselves up to be the next rulers of the earth. It's all vanity. Don't get beside yourself. Right? Why leap ye high hills? Right? Read that in NLT and see what it says. You got it. You got it out.
Psalms chapter 68, verse 15 in the NLT. Yep. The mountains of Bashan are majestic, with many peaks stretching high into the sky. Why do you look with envy, O rugged mountains, at Mount Zion, where the Most High has chosen to live?
That's it.
Where Yahweh himself will live forever.
Forever, man. And you're not getting rid of this. You're not getting rid of the Israelites, man. Yeah. Hey, every captivity, the Lord always left a remnant, an election, man. See?
Yeah. And you also got to remember, we're the temple.
That's it.
You can't, look, you was able to get rid of the first and second temple. You're not going to get rid of the third temple. It's in us. We're the actual temple. So his spirit is residing in each member of the elect. So you're not going to be able to tear down this kingdom, this temple.
Yeah, he's trying to tear down, defile the temple now by putting that chip in you, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's his way of taking the temple down in this time. You know,
it's not going to work because the Lord is going to put the spirit on the elect to resist. You're going to get 2/3. 2/3 currently don't have the spirit of the Lord. They have, like it says in the second chapter, like the children of disobedience have 2/3 of my people. But the elect, man, you're not going to take them out of the Lord's hand.
No man should pluck them out of my Father's hand.
Right.
You know, yeah, something I could. You know?
Romans chapter 11 and verse 4. What saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
7,000 is completion. Right? The Lord has the elect sealed. So no matter what, they're going to resist that chip.
Yep.
Verse 5. Even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
Remnant, you look at the definition, I believe it's like those that are saved from the coming destruction or something like that.
Look it up, see what it says.
That's essentially what the Lord is doing, is saving that small cluster, like it says in 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, all right, from that destruction that he's bringing. What we're witnessing is that great reset, this regime change being put in place right now. But for that regime change to be made perfect, he has to hit a whole reset, all right? And that's going to start with 2/3 being moved out the way and the elect being plopped, all right, back as that foundation of the kingdom. Hey, you brothers that believe, man, you know, it's a beautiful thing. You same sisters that believe because, hey, the Lord's going to take care of his elect. You know? So you have nothing to worry about at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I got it.
Okay, yeah, it is when it said that.
This is a free dictionary. It says, a surviving trace or vestige. It says, often remnants a small surviving group of people.
Yeah, a small surviving group of people. Right? So there's going to be survivors of this destruction. The elect, the 1/3. Right? Where's it at?
So back in Psalm 37 and verse 10.
If I could just like that word vestige. It says a visible trace, evidence, or sign that something once existed but exists or appears no more. You know, so at the end of the day, it says a visible trace, evidence, or sign of something. And that's the spirit of the Lord. But Esau tried to wipe us out through, you know, his different, you know, redlining, you know, jab, slavery, you know. The system of America tried to destroy the Israelites, but he never could really get all of us. So now his last big effort is that chip.
Nuclear war.
Yeah.
Right? I got something real quick. Joel 2:32. It shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. There you go.
Hey, so the name will be vital.
That's it.
You can't get around that. Acts 4 and 12.
That's it, man.
Because think about it. Through the remnant and how the name came back into the earth.
That's it.
Starting with opportunity.
That's it. And the mercy is going to be through the remnant,
Yeah.
right? Because that's how 2/3 going to come back.
Yep.
They're going to come back through the remnant. You know?
So I'm back to Psalm 37 and verse 10. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be.
Yep.
Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be.
That's right.
But the meek shall inherit the earth.
Meek shall inherit the earth. Yahushua said that in Matthew 5. He said, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Right? Go ahead.
But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of
They
peace.
shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. All right? Kingdom, we're going to have rest. All right? Go ahead.
The wicked plotteth against the just,
Yep.
and gnasheth upon him with his teeth.
Yeah, the teeth represent his power, man. So it says the wicked plotted against the just. And that's what's going on now in the sense of this technocracy that's coming to pass. Chip and all of that. That digital oppression, that digital enslavement. That's all part of the schemes and plots of the wicked, man. Go ahead.
The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming.
Yeah, just like the Lord sees his day is coming, so do them damn devils. The scripture said the Lord shall laugh at him, man. Hell, we laughing at this devil. See, he's not going to be able to pull this off. You know? This is a vain vision. You know?
Like you had said, priest, from the world's perspective, everybody like, damn, this nigga really about to do this shit. We have the insight, we have the eyesight to know that everything that this devil is planning to do is just going to be brought to naught.
That's it.
Pointless. He's just fulfilling his lot of prophecy.
That's it. Job said, at the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. So we're right there. This ties in this new world order, the chip, all right, the the AI, the Palantir, and all of that shit. That's the fullness of his sufficiency. We're at the height of his power right now, man. The AI, all that shit. You know?
Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Yep.
You know, and that's the hope that the hopeful elect have, man. Because like you say, hey, right now we're surrounded from all sides, man. I forget that verse that King David has said that, about how we're cast about, round about, something like that. But we have nothing to worry about because the Lord is going to lift up that standard, for us. So he's going to intervene. We always talk about that. Divine intervention is going to happen. The miracles are going to take place. The scripture talk about how the angels, they have charge over us. All right? They're going to protect us. Michael the archangel is going to stand up for the elect.
Yeah.
So we have nothing to worry about. Man.
Yeah, I got something for you. What you said, if you can read Psalm 27, 1-3, because this is the mindset that we have to have, just like King David had as we go into this battle, into this war, this spiritual war.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And Goliath is the system.
I was about to say that, yeah, because it's like a spiritual David versus Goliath right now. Because we're going against the giant.
That's it.
And he's boasting, just like Goliath was, man.
Goliath was a beast. The beast system.
Right.
That's heavy, man.
Psalm 27 verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?
That's right.
The Lord is the strength of my life.
That's right.
Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell.
That's right.
Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear.
That's right.
Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident.
This will I be confident, man. You gotta have that same mindset as we go into the spiritual warfare, man. Right? They're getting ready to cut off the food supply. They're getting ready to cut off water. They're getting ready to ration out food. You see what I'm saying? They're getting ready to cut off the lights. There's gonna be total terror out here, man. Right? But we gotta remain confident as we go into this thing, man. Because the Lord said that he was gonna preserve his elect. That word preserve meaning to be kept alive. We believe that. All right? Yeah.
Psalm 27:4. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and inquire in his temple. For the time of trouble, for in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret place of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me upon a rock.
Yeah, like going back to the standard. The Lord's going to make a way for his men, his believers to escape, his elect to escape. You see?
And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me.
Hey, it's the same thing. Hey, that's what the scriptures say. The things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, right? Hey, when we were coming out of Egypt, we were surrounded. It was them in the Red Sea, right? We had nowhere to go, and the Lord raised the standard, and we escaped. You see? So we have those accounts written, man. King David, Saul tried to kill him multiple occasions, and he allowed King David to escape. That Daniel and the lions did. There you go. Fiery furnace. All those examples, man. You know? Yeah, you got it.
Psalm 27 and verse 6. And now shall my head be lifted up above my enemies round about me. Therefore I will offer his tabernacle sacrifice of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto the Lord. So we're being set up ultimately above the heathen, man. And they feel that transition of power taking place. Right? So every believer that comes back to the Lord is another person being set in his proper stead, man. Right? As these heathen are seeing themselves be cast down. You know, so like it said, my head shall be lifted up above my enemies round about. So like Elder said, we're going to be surrounded, right? But we're going to be lifted up ultimately to receive of that glory.
Right. You got to remember the account of Elisha and the servant, 2 Kings 6 and 16. And they that be with us more than they that be with them. Our backup far surpasses what surrounds us right now. Because when you read that account, they were completely surrounded. And his servant was like, yo, what the hell we gonna do? Look, calm down, we're good. They asked the Lord to open his eyes up. He saw chariots everywhere.
We have that account.
Yeah.
That's the power.
This is Psalms 117 and 1. Hear the right, O Lord, attend to my cry, give ear unto my prayer that goeth not out of vain lips. Let my senses come forth from thy presence. Let thine eyes behold the things that are evil. Thou hast proved my heart. Thou hast visited me in the night. Thou hast tried me and shalt find nothing. I am purposed that my mouth shall not transgress. Concerning the works of men, by the word of thy lips have I kept from the path of destroyer. Because as we're, prophesying of our people to repent. All the witchcraft that Esau has done, trying to get our people, to continue to sin against the Lord. Hey, we're fighting that through the Spirit by coming out here and teaching His word. It says, hold up thy goings in thy path, that my footsteps slip not. For I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me, O power. Incline thy ear unto me, and hear my speech. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand, which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. As we're saying, man, hey, don't fear, man. Have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's right.
And it said, save us by thy right hand being Yahushua.
That's right.
So Yahushua is the one who's coming to save us.
That's right.
And that's why it's more important to kiss the Son than to see me angry, man, to show that reverence, because He's the one ultimately whose judgment is in His hands.
We say that because, hey, you said that the Lord is our shield and buckler. What's part of the armor of the Lord is that shield of faith. So Yahweh Shai is the perfect defense.
We in the season of miracles, man. Right now, man. The Lord He gonna do His thing, man.
And in spirit, they got that show on House of David on Prime right now. They say season 2, brother, telling me, Orlando, that shit is good. Season 2 is going into Saul's persecution.
Season 2 drop?
Yeah. So season 1 was fire.
Season 1 was fire.
I got
season 1.
Yeah, that shit was good, bro. So season 2, they said it's lit.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you go ahead.
Can you read that out?
Psalm 17 and 7. Show thy loving kindness marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand, them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them.
I wanted to land back on something that Vaughn has said. I was reading earlier this week, Psalms, the 100th chapter, about basically having gratitude is how you get into the courts of the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have a mindset of being like, and Elder Yashawamba did a lesson on this, you know, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a few months ago at this point. Time right. But basically, you gotta be appreciative of the things that the Lord has given us to have, not the things that we. Hey, one certain thing that the Lord has given us what it is that we need.
You know, this is a society of covenant.
Right.
You gotta be grateful for the little things.
Because it's like we in Jacob's trouble right now. Look at the fact that the Lord is taking care of us. We got food, we got shelter, we got clothing. You know, brothers have, you know, little ailments that they're going through, but the scriptures speak about, you know, this is just a light affliction. Right? When you compare it to what the Lord is about to bless us with, when we're about to go through the strait and know that we have the covering of the Lord, that's something to be grateful for. Because niggas out here are losing their fucking mind and not knowing what the fuck is going on. Don't know what the fuck to do. The government still shut down. Niggas going in stand there 45 days. Motherfuckers probably already ran out of their savings. And there you got, is believers within that situation, but the Lord making provision. You know?
Brothers are catching hell and still being taken care of.
Right. And brother's faith is still strong because brothers are still doing the work.
Exactly.
No matter what the situation, brothers is in the straits, you know. But they're still doing the work. So, you know, Psalm 17 and verse 8. Keep me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly, because what this devil is pretty much saying is that we're ready to get rid of these niggas out here. All right, like we're going to the ice earlier, man. Hey, Esau is prepping, all right, his army to pretty much get at Israel, man. Like when we read about like in the back piece, how to read to it, when constantly, you know, coming after Israel.
Yep.
Even amongst them beefing with their own kind, they still found time to get at Israel, man. So this is what we're about to see take place on a whole other level, because the warfare they're coming with now is crazy. You know, it goes beyond a sword and spear. Hey, it's fucking drones, chemical warfare, biochemical warfare, propaganda, man. Hey, he's coming from all sides, right? But they're gonna lose. It says they have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowed down to the earth. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O Lord, and disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. That's the song that we have. Because we know his whole purpose is to punish the wicked. So like we was making mention of earlier, so I was going, hey, if we're operating, all right, under the spirit of, you know, being grateful, having the grace of the Lord, we're operating in righteousness to the best of our ability, and that's going to be our covering, while the rest of the two-thirds out here are taking advantage of their own hand. That's going to incur the wrath of the sword upon them, because they're operating and flying in a false covering. The Lord is going to get everybody that's not under his wing.
That's what matters. Covered or not.
That's it.
All right. You got coverage. Are you insured in the spirit?
Yeah.
Do you got full coverage? You know?
Stay standing.
I'm telling you.
You're in good hands.
That's it, man.
Are you in good hands?
Are you in good hands, nigga?
You're in good hands right now.
Man. Woo. What you got? You think those up? Yeah.
Psalm 37 and 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword
Yep.
and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and the needy.
Yeah, the wicked have drawn up the sword. What's part of the sword is blessing, man. He's drawn up the sword. He's coming with the technology now. All right. You know, the global surveillance. They know everything about you. You can't hide. You can't run. You can't fall off the grid. That's not going to happen. Them niggas is already in the woods.
Yeah.
They in the mountaintops.
They poison the water. You can't survive off the water. Like you say, you get that something like that movie, was it Fifth Wave?
Yeah.
They had the drones control the
yeah.
bullets, killing people and shit.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to go
everything's documented. It's marked, right? They're casting out those government benefits, right? So this man is literally drawing the sword out right now, man. You know? Go ahead,
Psalm 37:14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor.
To cast down the poor, you Israelites. Go ahead.
And the needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation.
Yeah, because the main goal is to get at the prophets, man. To get us off the airwaves. All right? Off the internet, off the highways and hedges. All right? That's his way of, like we was talking about earlier, of removing the presence of the Lord, man. You know? Spiritual warfare. Because, hey, ever since, I want to say, was it Trump in his first term? When he came out with the statement, fake news. I feel like ever since then, there's been an attack on anything that comes against the agenda, that comes against the plans of the wicked. You know?
What's her name? John Pierre, whatever. She was talking about how anybody who speaks against or contrary to the narrative is an enemy of the state.
There you go. There you go. The whole Antifa thing, which is a broad thing where they could just tie anybody into that. Anti-fascist. Right? So all of that shit is a snare, man. Right? That's a snare of categorizing everybody. Revelation 12 and 10. The accuser. Right? So that's all him drawing the sword. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. And the dragon was brought from the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keeps the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach.
And so being an Israelite isn't the problem. It's having that testimony, or your ability to have that testimony. That's why he has to take any thought of Yahweh Shai out of the earth, man. Right? That's what he's attempting to do. But it's a vain endeavor.
Actually, being an Israelite is part of the testimony, because the fact that you know who you are, it directly opposes the lie that he's put out in the world. Because you claiming to be an Israelite goes against him claiming to be, the true ways of
Exactly.
All right.
The whole narrative is fucked up.
That's the beginning domino. And then once you tip that over, it's just the house fall, man.
Byzantine Empire, I think the whole rhetoric is fucked up.
Exactly.
That's why I was listening to the Eliyahu about listening. And you got that nigga Elon Musk trying to basically rewrite the Roman Empire, the history of the Roman Empire, by way of AI. Why the fuck you want to do that?
He said it when Trump got off the stand. Oh, not no far.
Exactly.
Because they know. Remember, about a year or two ago, it was a little fade on TikTok. It was like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Oh, yeah.
That spirit is back.
So they actually think they're not going to fall. You know? As the wound was healed. Right? When Yahushua comes, he going to cut the head off. You know?
Wounds your heel the first time, niggas recover. Now, you got to start from the base.
Exactly.
The head.
And that makes me think about that scene from the Avengers. That nigga Thor, he cut that nigga, he said aim for that head.
So in
Any game?
that's what your house is going to do.
That's heavy. That's a big
That
point.
big snap.
Gotta cut the head off the serpent, man. You know? You got any more? Give me Isaiah 27 about the serpent, the whole serpent, the devil being destroyed. What you got, bro?
Psalm 37:15.
Yep.
Their swords shall enter into their own heart,
Yep.
and their bows shall be broken.
There you go. So all of his endeavors, all of his plans are going to backfire, essentially. You know, he that lives by the sword shall die by the sword, man. This is why, as if you've been paying attention to geopolitical politics and all of that, and the military warfare and everything that's going on right now. By the way, the Russia and Ukraine war, the death toll now is like 1.5 million. See what I'm saying? Yep, I saw that earlier too. But the point is that all the nations, right? Their nuclear weaponry is way superior past Americans, man. You know, the high tech, the weaponry they have, America don't have a chance. You know?
One that video, I think there was a video on the woman on Joe Rogan talking about the.
Oh yeah, the iron, the gold dome. You know, there's no way in hell they're gonna stop nuclear missiles hitting America. It's not gonna happen. That's just folly, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Spirit, they dropped that house of dynamite. I got finished.
Yeah.
They were showing today, but everybody was bugging out. But they helped once the missiles shot
It's
out.
over, bro.
They ain't stopping that
It's
shit,
over, man. You know, you're not knocking no missile up the sky, man.
Hit the bullet with a bullet, man.
Yeah.
And that's not real.
Right, and then the icing on the cake that you brought the lesson up. Hey, the Most High, He's gonna control all that. You know?
Missiles are his armor. Those are his missiles. That's
Come on,
not
man.
yours.
He gonna shut down that iron dome, that gold dome. He gonna dismantle it. You know, his spirit gonna be on the missiles, man. You ain't, man.
We have the military.
Come on, man.
That boastful comfortable in vain.
That's it, man.
You know deep down that's why he keeps talking about, you know, the prophets of old talking about his work in the Middle East, because he knows.
Yeah. You talking about some damn iron or golden dome? Them niggas gonna be in a bunker somewhere, man.
Why should they build that West Wing up, man?
You know?
That's gonna be a bunker. It's not gonna help.
Yeah. They gonna leave people here to get sacrificed, man. You got what you had? I think so.
Joel chapter 2 and verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war.
Yep.
And they shall march every one on his way.
Yeah, that's the missile. Go ahead.
And they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another.
Yeah, they're not gonna be crashing into each other. They're not gonna malfunction and shit. You know? Yeah.
But that was the spiritual movement though, because when Apocalypse took control of the missiles, he was showing you that he made those hits, which is what the Lord said he was going to do. And he showed the preview of that those two events that happened. There was one time and one time in Russia, where the chariot went over the nuclear base and turned everything on. I was about to shoot it, and it was deactivated.
There you go.
You have no control over
Yeah,
it.
you got no control.
Verse 8. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
There you go, man. There's no stopping them, man. You know? You're not gonna deactivate, you know? They're out there, man. His destiny is already written, man. They're just trying to get they put this shit out here to give the so-called American people that false hope. You know? Like they could really survive nuclear war. There is no survivors, man. The only survivors are the elect. All right? Now I'll take that back. The elites, they are going to survive. That's what the Lord allowed them to create those bunkers so they can be the first fruits of slavery when we come back down with those new bodies. Yeah, they elected the left hand, man. That's it.
Because as what they did, our king was in slavery.
That's it.
So it only makes it fair to go and put your kings in
There
slavery.
you go.
There was a priest I was trying to look for to ask him, he said, how Lord and his spirit will be in the midst. Bring it out. Is that right?
Joel.
Yeah.
You brought that up, yep.
I said Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 27 and 1. And that day, the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan the fearsome serpent.
Yeah, the Leviathan in this verse is talking about Esau,
Right?
the Edomite, man. Okay, that dragon, Leviathan, that old serpent, go ahead.
Even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea.
He shall slay the dragon that's in the sea, man. So Esau's hegemony, his power structure, is going to be destroyed in nuclear war. You know?
To show you that that's talking about Esau, because when you look up, the dragon is Chinese, animal, how to describe it, the dragon is a logical animal.
There you go.
That's Esau's history, looking at the logical vision. You should say he's watching the day.
There you go. Right? And also when your hell shot comes with that the chariots, he gonna turn this place to dust. You know? You got something like that. That's it, man. So that's what we're looking at. You know? But, hey, we in a time, it's a beautiful time. Prophecy is heavy, man. So hey, just keep your faith alive as usual, man. Just stay locked into the spirit, man. Because hey, 2026 took me the year. Lord willing, man. You know, we almost there, man. Just keep grinding. You know?
Pray that this camp is edifying. We close out by giving all praise, honor, and glory.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who taught us the truth. And shalom to the hope of our life. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.